Shalom. Um, it is halfway through the month of Elul, and what I wanted to share with you today, just a little bit. We haven't sent out a video in a while, so we're about 94% in the waning stage so basically we're still a full moon of the month of Elul. So I wanted to share a message with you. It's a brief word, but it's one that's very much dear to my heart. And what I wanted to share out of Hebrews 10 about the gathering together. And the enemy is out there, and he knows his time is short. We've got September, a lot of things happening in September. I believe it's going to be a turning point for the world, but not only for the world, but for his remnant. And it is so important to gather together so that we do not forsake the assembling one another, because when we are together, there is unity, and where there's unity, there's strength. Lucifer is out to divide his people. And oftentimes he uses it by causing little arguments, stuff that it's not detrimental to your salvation. And so the message of repentance, yes, it's very strong between the Elul 1 and the Day of Atonement. But repentance, yes, but also forgiveness. Asking others to forgive you, you forgiving others. It's very, very important, because we have to stay in unity together so that we can hear the gentle leading of the Spirit. So I wanted to share with you Hebrews 10 and a few scriptures. Hebrews 10, 23, 24, and 25. Let us hold fast the confession of our expectation without yielding. For he who promised is trustworthy. And let us be concerned for one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the habit of some, but encouraging, and so much more as you see the day coming near. We're seeing the day coming near, and it is of dire importance, and I cannot stress enough that Father is looking for unity amongst his brethren. We are to display the same forgiveness that we have received for other people. And Satan hates unity. He hates oneness. That's why he spent the last 6,000 years trying to divide the Father and the Son, which cannot be done. But that is what he's tried to do through religion, and through little arguments. He gets in and he starts things, and until we recognize that is where it is coming from, it will cause such a divide that the people of Elohim, the remnant, will have no hope. The dragon will go after the set apart ones and will consume them. If the children are not turned to the fathers, and the fathers are not turned to the children, if there's no unity together in the brethren, then what has Father got to come back for? There's nobody exhibiting anything that his son, Messiah Yahushua, left on the earth. Psalm 133. See how good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity, like the precious oil on the head, running down on the beard of Aaron, running down on the collar of his robes, like the dew of Hermon that comes down on the mountains of Zion. For there Yahuwah commanded the blessing, life forever. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. Messiah said in himself, Again, I say to you in Matthew 18, again I say to you that if two of you agree on earth concerning any matter that they ask, and it shall be done for them by my Father in the heavens. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there I am in their midst. And from that, Kepha says, Master, how often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? And that's when Messiah answers him with 70 times 7. Messiah's not going to be in the midst of his people if his people are warring against. I believe wholeheartedly that's the reason why Gideon was instructed to reduce his army down to 300, because of like-mindedness of the people. It's imperative that we are like-minded together. So I encourage you as we continue on our journey through the rest of the month of Elul and into Tishri, and eventually into Tishri 10, the Day of Atonement, where we are sealed, a representation of the resurrection. I encourage each one of you to examine your hearts, which I'm talking to me to begin with, first and foremost. Examine your hearts. See if there's any aught that you have towards your brethren. Let's get things resolved. Let's move on to the greater things that he wants for us. And it's going to be little things that come in between us will be the things that will destroy us in the end, because things will become more amplified as we grow more and more into the darkness. So we are to stand out. We are to live in the light as we have been called out of darkness into his marvelous light. And shalom to you. And we appreciate all of your prayers. We appreciate your support. Rivka and I are looking for people that we can just fellowship. They're like-minded. They have a passion for the return of Messiah, have a passion for the return for his family, his restoration of the two houses, and study Genesis to Revelation. It's an exciting story, and it's one that you will never want to put down. So, shalom to you.